Welcome back, everyone. I'm excited to continue our deep dive into longevity foods.
Yeah, last time we had so much fun digging into all those amazing ingredients.
Right, like who knew there were so many delicious things we could be eating to help us live longer?
And today we're going to explore even more tasty secrets for a long life.
Exactly. We're diving back into nature's pantry, specifically part 2.
Oh, this one's packed with surprises. I think you'll really enjoy it.
I can't wait. And first up, we've got mushrooms.
Ah, mushrooms.
Now, I know you might be thinking mushrooms for longevity,
Right. Not exactly the first thing that comes to mind.
but this guide highlights some specific types of mushrooms that are real longevity superstars.
Yeah, like shiitake, matak, and reishi mushrooms.
I actually tried a reishi mushroom latte once. And
I know.
let's just say it wasn't my cup of tea, literal.
Yeah, maybe stick to regular coffee for that one.
But in all seriousness, I am curious about the health benefits of these mushrooms.
Well, they're packed with antioxidants, for one thing.
Okay, that's a good start.
But some mushrooms also contain unique compounds that have been studied for their potential immune-boosting properties.
Oh, really? Like what kind of compounds?
Well, for instance, shiitake mushrooms contain a compound called lentinin.
Lentinin.
Yeah, and research suggests that lentinin might even have anti-cancer properties.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
And what's really fascinating is that different cultures have used mushrooms medicinally for centuries.
Like how?
Well, in traditional Chinese medicine, reishi mushrooms are known as the mushroom of immortality.
The mushroom of immortality. That's quite a title.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't go that far,
Of course not.
but it does show how highly they've been regarded for their health benefits.
You've actually convinced me to give mushrooms another try.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll add some shiitake mushrooms to my next stir fry.
That's the spirit.
Now, moving on to something a little more glamorous, pomegranates.
Pomegranate.
I absolutely love them. That tartness with a hint of sweetness is just addictive.
And they're so beautiful, too, like little jeweled treasures.
I know, right? I always feel like I'm indulging in something special when I eat one.
Well, they are special, but it's not just about the taste and appearance.
So what else makes them stand out?
Pomegranates are packed with potent antioxidants, especially a type called punicalagins.
Punicalagins.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, I know.
But what makes them so beneficial?
Well, studies have linked punicalagins to some pretty remarkable health benefits.
Like what?
They seem to play a role in supporting heart health, potentially by improving blood flow and reducing blood pressure.
Okay, that's good for starters.
And there's even research suggesting they may help protect against certain types of cancer and even Alzheimer's disease.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's amazing how much power these little ruby red seeds hold.
It sounds like pomegranates are much more than just a tasty treat.
Exactly. Now, tell me, have you ever tried pomegranate juice?
Oh, yes. I love it.
It's so refreshing.
Though it can be a bit tart for some, I know.
Yeah, true.
I sometimes mix it with sparkling water for a fun, bubbly drink.
That's a great idea.
But, I've heard that pomegranate juice can be high in sugar, so I try to enjoy it in moderation.
That's smart. Juice is more concentrated, so while it offers a potent dose of antioxidants, it's good to be mindful of the sugar content.
Agreed. Now, let's switch gears to a pantry staple that often gets overlooked. Lentils. I know they might not sound as exciting as pomegranates, but they're actually quite versatile and delicious.
Oh, I love lentils.
Me too. They have this lovely, subtle, earthy flavor that I really enjoy.
And they're incredibly nutritious.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, one thing that makes lentils really special is that they offer a complete protein profile.
What does that mean exactly?
It means they contain all 9 essential amino acids our bodies need, but can't produce on their own.
Wow, that's pretty rare for plant-based foods, isn't it?
It is. It makes lentils a fantastic option for anyone looking to boost their protein intake, especially those following a vegetarian or vegan diet.
That's a game changer.
Right.
I recently discovered red lentil pasta,
Oh, yeah.
and I love it. It cooks up so quickly, and it has a nice, slightly nutty flavor.
And don't forget about their fiber content.
Oh, right.
Lentils are incredibly high in fiber,
Both soluble and soluble.
which is crucial for maintaining a healthy gut microbiome.
We all know how important gut health is these days.
It's being linked to everything from immunity to mental health.
So lentils are good for our hearts, our blood sugar levels, and our gut health.
It's like a longevity trifecta.
It certainly seems that way.
Now, how about we shift gears to another Mediterranean staple?
Okay, what is it?
Olive oil.
Ah, olive oil.
Liquid gold, I tell you.
I couldn't agree more. I use it for everything.
From cooking to salad dressings to just drizzling over bread.
It just makes everything taste better.
And it's not just about the taste.
So what else makes olive oil so special?
Well, olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, stands out because of its unique composition.
How so?
It's rich in monounsaturated fats, which have been shown to improve cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of heart disease.
That's good to know.
But what's really fascinating is its abundance of polyphenols.
Polyphenols?
Yeah, they're powerful antioxidants.
Oh, right.
And research suggests that these polyphenols, like oleocanthal, have potent anti-inflammatory properties.
So they help fight inflammation in the body.
Exactly. And some studies even suggest that they may help protect our brains from cognitive decline as we age.
So olive oil is good for our hearts. A&D, potentially, for our brains.
It's a true multitasker when it comes to longevity.
You know, I've always wondered, are all olive oils created equal?
That's a great question, and the answer is no.
I had a feeling.
Extra virgin olive oil is the least processed and retains the highest levels of those beneficial polyphenols.
So that's the one to go for.
Definitely. And make sure it's stored properly, away from heat and light to preserve its quality.
Great tips. Okay, now I have a little trivia question for you.
Oh, I love trivia.
Which do you think has more vitamin C? An orange or a red bell pepper?
That's a tricky one.
It is, isn't it?
But I'm going to go with the red bell pepper.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. They're surprisingly high in vitamin C.
You are absolutely correct.
Yes.
Red bell peppers often get overlooked as a vitamin C powerhouse, but they actually contain almost 3 times the amount of vitamin C as an orange.
That's amazing. I always thought oranges were the ultimate vitamin C champs.
They are up there, but red bell peppers take the crown.
And what else is in those red bell peppers?
Well, besides vitamin C, they're also rich in beta-carotene.
Ah, yes. Which our bodies convert into vitamin A.
Essential for healthy vision and immune function.
That's right.
I love snacking on raw red bell peppers with hummus, but I also enjoy them roasted.
Oh, yeah. Roasting brings out their sweetness.
They add a lovely flavor to any dish.
Absolutely. And speaking of versatile ingredients, let's talk about another ancient grain that's been gaining popularity.
What's that?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Oh, I love quinoa.
It's become a staple in my pantry.
Me too. It cooks quickly, and it has this delicate, slightly nutty flavor that goes with just about anything.
And it's a complete protein, right?
That's what I love about it. It's a great plant-based source of protein.
Providing all 9 essential amino acids, making it an excellent option for vegetarians, vegans, or anyone looking to incorporate more plant-based proteins into their diet.
I love throwing it into salads, soups, even breakfast bowls.
It's so adaptable.
And it's packed with other nutrients too, right?
Absolutely. Quinoa is also a good source of fiber, magnesium, and iron.
All essential for maintaining energy levels, supporting healthy bones, and preventing fatigue.
Exactly. It's a true nutritional powerhouse.
Now, for another tiny but mighty ingredient,
What could it be?
chia seeds.
Chia seeds, those little nutritional ninja.
I know, right? They're so small, but they pack a serious nutritional punch.
You're telling me. I'm always amazed by how much goodness they contain.
I love adding them to smoothies.
And making chia seed pudding.
Oh, yes. Chia seed pudding is delicious and so satisfying.
It's great for a quick and healthy breakfast or snack.
But what specifically makes chia seeds so good for us?
Well, they're an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids.
Oh, right. Those are important for heart health and brain function.
They also contain a good amount of fiber, both soluble and insoluble, which helps regulate digestion and promotes a feeling of fullness.
So they help keep us feeling full and satisfied.
Exactly. And they're surprisingly high in protein for a plant-based food.
Really?
Yeah. And here's another interesting fact. Chia seeds can absorb up to 10 times their weight in water.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. And that's one reason why they contribute to that feeling of fullness and can also aid in hydration.
I've definitely noticed that when I make chia seed pudding, it's like a sponge.
Right. It absorbs all the liquid and becomes so thick and creamy.
So satisfying.
Now, speaking of feeling good and having energy, let's talk about something that's often overlooked.
Yeah.
Herbs.
Herbs.
Yeah, we usually think of them as just garnishes, but there's so much more than that.
I've always loved the fresh flavors of herbs, but I never really thought of them as playing a major role in longevity.
That's what's so exciting about this deep dive. We're uncovering all these hidden gems.
So what makes these herbs so special?
Think of them as nature's multivitamins.
Okay, I like that.
They're bursting with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that can do wonders for our health.
Like what kinds of herbs are we talking about?
Well, parsley, for example, is an excellent source of vitamin K.
Oh, right. Vitamin K is important for bone health.
Exactly. It's also a good source of vitamin C and folate.
So it's a bone-building, immune-boosting powerhouse.
It is, and parsley's not alone. Cilantro, with its unique flavor that some people love and others, well, not so much.
Yeah, cilantro can be a bit controversial.
Right. It's a potent detoxifier.
Oh, really?
It may help remove heavy metals from the body, which is especially important in our modern world.
That's fascinating. I happen to be a cilantro lover, so I'm all for that.
And what about mint?
I love mint. It's so refreshing, especially in the summer.
It's known for its soothing effects on the digestive system.
Oh, right. Mint can help with bloating and indigestion.
It's also a good source of vitamin A and antioxidants.
It sounds like we should be adding herbs to everything.
I think so too. Beyond using them as garnishes, you can add them to smoothies, blend them into flavorful pestos, use them generously in soups and stews, or even infuse them in oils and vinegars.
I love making mint-infused water in the summer.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's so hydrating and invigorating.
And it's a great way to get more of those beneficial plant compounds into your diet.
I've also been experimenting with adding herbs to my smoothies.
Like what?
Cilantro in a green smoothie is surprisingly delicious.
That sounds interesting.
It is. You should try it.
I will. Now, are you ready to move on to a food group that I think you might find a bit surprising?
Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it?
Beans.
Beans.
I know.
Not exactly the most glamorous food group.
Right. But Nature's Pantry really emphasizes the importance of beans for longevity.
Okay, I'm willing to be convinced. What makes beans so special?
Well, first of all, they're an excellent source of plant-based protein,
Oh, that's good to know.
essential for building and repairing tissues. And they're packed with fiber, both soluble and insoluble, which is crucial for maintaining a healthy gut microbiome and regulating digestion.
So they're good for our muscles, our digestion, and they keep us feeling full and satisfied.
Exactly. But they also have specific benefits for longevity.
Like what?
Beans have been shown to help lower cholesterol levels.
Okay, that's important.
They can regulate blood sugar.
Which is crucial for preventing type 2 diabetes.
And they can even reduce inflammation in the body.
So by incorporating beans into our diets, we're not just getting a healthy meal, but we're potentially adding years to our lives.
That's the idea. And the best part is they're incredibly versatile.
You can do so much with them.
You can enjoy them in countless ways. Hearty chili, creamy hummus, refreshing salads, comforting soups, even veggie burger.
You've definitely piqued my interest.
Good. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by how delicious and satisfying beans can be.
Now, before we move on to the next ingredient, I think it's important to talk about something that often gets overlooked when we think about longevity.
What's that?
Hydration.
Ah, yes, water.
The foundation of life.
Absolutely. But sometimes it's easy to forget to drink enough throughout the day.
I know. Plain water can get a bit boring after a while.
That's true. But what if we could make hydration more delicious and exciting?
Okay. And listen.
That's where watermelon comes in.
Watermelon.
It's more than just a summertime treat.
You know, I used to think of watermelon as just a way to cool down on a hot day.
It's definitely great for that.
But I'm starting to realize that it's much more than that.
It is. Watermelon is surprisingly nutrient-rich.
Like what kind of nutrients?
Well, for starters, it's incredibly hydrating, as its name suggests.
Right.
It's about 92% water.
Wow.
So it's a great way to replenish fluids and electrolytes, especially after exercise or on hot days.
That's like a natural sports drink.
Exactly.
But I'm guessing it's more than just water.
It is. Watermelon is also a good source of vitamins A and C.
Oh, right. Those are powerful antioxidants.
They protect our cells from damage.
And what about lycopene? I know that's found in tomatoes.
Well, watermelon is also a great source of lycopene.
No way.
Yes. And lycopene is a potent antioxidant that's been linked to a number of health benefits, including reducing the risk of heart disease and certain types of cancer.
So watermelon is not only delicious and refreshing, but it's also packed with nutrients that can support healthy aging.
It's a true hydration hero.
I love adding watermelon to smoothies and salads.
Oh, yeah.
And I've even tried grilling it.
Grilled watermelon.
It's surprisingly delicious. It gets this nice smoky flavor.
I'll have to try that.
You should. It's a fun and unexpected way to enjoy watermelon.
Now, as we wrap up our exploration of these first few longevity foods, I want to highlight 3 key takeaways.
That's a great idea. I'm always looking for practical tips to incorporate these ingredients into my daily life.
The first tip is all about embracing variety.
Okay, tell me more.
Aim for a colorful plate filled with a variety of these longevity foods.
So mix and match.
Exactly. This ensures you're getting a wide spectrum of nutrients and reaping the benefits of their unique properties.
I love that. What's the next tip?
Another important tip is to prioritize fresh, seasonal produce.
Oh, yes. Eating seasonally is so important.
When fruits and vegetables are in season, they're at their peak in terms of flavor and nutrient content.
So we're getting the most bang for our buck, nutritionally speaking.
Exactly. And the final tip,
I'm all ears.
make gradual changes.
Oh, that's good advice.
You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight.
Small steps lead to big changes.
Exactly. Start by incorporating 1 or 2 of these longevity foods into your meals each week and gradually build from there.
That's a great reminder. It's about making sustainable changes that we can stick with for the long haul.
Exactly.
Now, before we move on to even more longevity foods from Nature's Pantry, I want to hear from you.
Yes, let's get our listeners involved.
What are some of your favorite ways to incorporate these ingredients into your daily routine?
We'd love to hear your tips and tricks.
And maybe even some of your favorite recipes.
We're all on this journey together.
So let's share our knowledge and inspire each other to live longer, healthier lives.
That's what it's all about.
Wow, those are some great ideas. I'm feeling so inspired to get creative in the kitchen.
Me too. It's amazing how much we can do with just a few simple ingredients.
Exactly. And speaking of simple ingredients, Nature's Pantry actually highlights something that we often overlook.
What's that?
Dark leafy herbs.
Herbs.
I know, we usually think of them as just garnishes.
Just something to sprinkle on top for a bit of color.
Right. But this guide really emphasizes their nutritional power.
They're like little nutritional powerhouses packed with vitamins and minerals.
I'm curious, what kind of herbs are we talking about here?
Well, parsley, for example, is incredibly rich in vitamin K.
Oh, right. Vitamin K is essential for bone health.
Exactly. And it's also a good source of vitamin C and folate.
So it's not just about prettying up our plates, it's actually contributing to our health.
Absolutely.
And parsley's not the only one, right?
Nope. Cilantro, for instance, is a potent detoxifier.
Cilantro. The herb that some people say tastes like soap.
That's the one. Some people are genetically predisposed to perceive it that way.
I actually love cilantro.
Well, good news for you. It can help remove heavy metals from the body.
Wow, that's impressive.
And how about mint? It's another great one.
Oh, I love mint, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
It's known for its ability to aid digestion, right?
Exactly. It can soothe the stomach and freshen breath.
And it's also a good source of vitamin A and antioxidants.
That's right. So, you see, these herbs are much more than just garnishes.
I'm starting to realize that. So beyond sprinkling them on top of dishes, what are some other ways we can enjoy them?
Well, you can add them to smoothies, for example.
Okay. Yeah, I've tried that before. It works really well.
You can blend them into flavorful pestos.
I love pesto.
Use them generously in soups and stews.
That's a great idea.
Or even infuse them in oils and vinegars.
Oh, infused oils and vinegars. That sounds fancy.
It's easier than you think. And it adds such a lovely depth of flavor.
I'm definitely going to try that. Now, speaking of trying new things, Nature's Pantry also encourages us to explore the world of beans.
Beans.
I have to admit, I used to think of them as a bit, well, boring.
I get it. They don't have the most exciting reputation.
But I'm always open to trying new things, especially if they can help me live longer.
Well, beans are a staple in so many cultures around the world, and for good reason.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What makes beans so special?
Well, for starters, they're an excellent source of plant-based protein.
So they're a good option for vegetarians and vegans.
Exactly. They're also packed with fiber, which is crucial for maintaining a healthy gut microbiome and regulating digestion.
So they're good for our muscles, our digestion, and they keep us feeling full and satisfied.
Right. But they also have specific benefits for longevity.
Like what?
Studies have shown that beans can help lower cholesterol levels, regulate blood sugar, and reduce inflammation in the body.
Wow, those are some pretty impressive benefits.
And all from humble beans.
It's amazing how much power these simple foods have.
It really is. And don't forget about their versatility.
Right, you can do so much with them.
You can enjoy them in hearty, chili, creamy hummus, refreshing salads, comforting soups, even veggie burgers.
You've definitely opened my eyes to the wonderful world of beans.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, before we move on, I think it's important to talk about hydration.
Oh, yes, water. The foundation of life.
We all know it's essential, but sometimes I struggle to drink enough throughout the day.
I know what you mean. Sometimes plain water can get a bit boring.
But what if we could make hydration more delicious?
That's where watermelon comes in.
Watermelon.
It's more than just a summertime treat.
I know I love watermelon, but I've never really thought of it as a longevity food.
Well, you might be surprised to learn that watermelon is packed with nutrients that can support healthy aging.
Okay, you have my attention. Tell me more.
Well, first of all, watermelon is incredibly hydrating, as its name suggests.
Right, it's obviously water.
About 92% to be exact.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, and that makes it a great way to replenish fluids and electrolytes, especially after exercise or on hot days.
It's like nature's sports drink.
Exactly. But it's more than just water. Watermelon is also a good source of vitamins A and C, which are powerful antioxidants that protect our cells from damage.
So it's not just hydrating, it's also boosting our immune system.
That's right. And it contains a significant amount of lycopene.
Lycopene, isn't that found in tomatoes?
It is. But watermelon is also a great source of lycopene, and it's a potent antioxidant that's been linked to a lower risk of heart disease and certain types of cancer.
Wow, watermelon is turning out to be a true hydration hero.
I love how it's both delicious and nutritious.
Me too. Now I'm even more excited to enjoy it knowing all these benefits.
So am I. Now, as we wrap up our exploration of these incredible longevity foods, let's revisit those 3 bonus tips from Nature's Pantry.
Yes, please. I'm always looking for practical ways to incorporate these ingredients into my life.
The first tip is all about embracing variety. Don't be afraid to mix and match these longevity foods to create delicious and nutritious meals.
So we should think of our plates as canvases and paint them with a rainbow of colors and flavors.
Exactly. The more variety we incorporate into our diets, the wider the range of nutrients we're getting.
What's the next tip?
The second tip is to prioritize seasonal produce. When fruits and vegetables are in season, they're not only at their peak in terms of flavor, but they're also bursting with nutrients.
So we should let nature be our guide and enjoy the bounty of each season.
Exactly.
Ugh.
It's a beautiful way to connect with the natural rhythms of the earth.
And the final tip.
This one's all about mindfulness. Slow down, savor each bite, and really appreciate the nourishment that these longevity foods provide.
Mindful eating. I love that. It's so easy to rush through meals and not even really taste our food.
I know, we live in such a fast-paced world.
But when we slow down and pay attention, we can really enhance our enjoyment of food and improve our digestion.
It's about treating our meals as sacred rituals, rather than just something we squeeze into our busy schedules.
I couldn't agree more. Now, before we move on to the final part of our longevity food adventure, I'd love to hear from you.
Yes, let's open it up to our listeners.
What are some of your favorite ways to incorporate these ingredients into your daily routine?
And are there any particular recipes or tips you've discovered that you'd like to share?
We're all in this together, and we can learn so much from each other. You know, it's amazing to hear how everyone's finding creative ways to enjoy these foods.
It really shows you don't have to sacrifice flavor for health.
Not at all. And, you know, speaking of making healthy choices easy,
Yeah.
I thought it would be helpful to revisit those 3 bonus tips from Nature's Pantry.
Oh, good idea. Those were some real gems.
Right, like little nuggets of wisdom to help us put all this knowledge into action.
Exactly. Sometimes it's those simple reminders that make all the difference.
So true. So the first tip is all about mixing and matching.
Ah, yes. Getting adventurous in the kitchen.
Exactly. It encourages us to think about how to combine these longevity superstars to create delicious and satisfying meals.
Instead of just focusing on individual ingredients, we're creating a whole symphony of flavors and nutrients.
I love that analogy. So instead of just having a side of lentils, maybe we could try a lentil and pomegranate salad with a drizzle of olive oil and fresh herbs.
Now you're talking. That sounds delicious and nutritious.
Right. It's about seeing these foods as building blocks for a truly vibrant and healthy way of eating.
And speaking of vibrant, the second tip is all about embracing seasonal choices.
Oh, yes. Eating seasonally is so important for both flavor and nutrition.
Absolutely. When fruits and vegetables are in season, they're at their peak, bursting with flavor and nutrients.
It's like nature's way of telling us what our bodies need at different times of year.
Exactly. Plus, it's a great way to support local farmers and reduce our environmental impact.
So many wins. Now for the final tip, and I think this one is especially important in our fast-paced world.
You're talking about mindful eating, right?
Yes. The guide emphasizes the importance of slowing down, savoring each bite, and being fully present with our food.
It's so easy to just gobble down our food without even really tasting it.
I know. I'm guilty of that sometimes too.
We all are. But when we take the time to slow down and appreciate our meals, we can transform our whole experience of eating.
It becomes less about just fueling our bodies and more about nourishing our minds and souls as well.
It's a practice that can bring more joy, satisfaction, and even gratitude to our daily lives.
Well said. You know, this deep dive into Nature's Pantry Longevity Foods Part 2. Even more tasty secrets for a long life has been truly inspiring.
It's amazing how much we can learn from just one little guide.
Right. I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for creating a healthier and more vibrant life.
And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress.
Exactly. Every small step we take towards nourishing our bodies is a step in the right direction.
And I have a feeling we're all going to be feeling the benefits for years to come.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we want to keep the conversation going.
Yes. We want to hear from you.
What are some of your favorite longevity foods?
What tips and tricks have you discovered along the way?
Share your experiences with us on social media or in the comments below.
We're all on this journey together, and we can learn so much from each other.
Until next time, stay curious, stay nourished, and keep exploring the delicious world of longevity foods.
Bye, everyone.